Live from Bolivar, Missouri and Southwest Baptist University, it's Class 6 state basketball tournament action. The Nixa Eagles seeking their first Final Four appearance since 2012 when they finished runner-up, and their opponent tonight, the Lee Summit West Titans, who are looking for their first Final Four appearance since 2017. They're on a Cinderella run right now, the 5 seed in Class 6 District 6. And they're looking to keep it going tonight. Nixa hoping the clock strikes midnight. I'm Ryan Retone alongside my partner Trey Hartwell and Jordan Burns. Guys, how's it going tonight? Well, Trey, how's it going tonight?
I'm doing good. We got a historic night of basketball as Nixa's in their first quarterfinal appearance since 2013, I believe. 2015.
Yes.
And first time in our high school careers and all these seniors' high school careers as they were able to finally get past that bump in the road of Kickapoo.
Yes.
It took forever for that to happen, but they still have to win. I mean, you win tonight, you got 2 more games, but you lose tonight, you're out.
Yes.
So you still have to win tonight. That Kickapoo game that had a lot, it resembled the Bulls getting over the Pistons back in the 90s for the first time. Chicago still had to play Los Angeles after that. Nixa still has to play some games after that. So you got to put that behind you. You got Lee Summit West tonight. Should be some fun basketball. We've seen 3 games here today so far. All 3 of them were very close. Really came down to free throws at the end of the game. As every single game seemed to do that.
Yes.
So we got could be another good one tonight here to finish the night off here in Bolivar, Missouri.
Yeah. So 2014-2015 season. Obviously, last time Nixa came here, as we talked about. And it was a loss to Blue Springs South here on this same court, 54-52. And Kevin Purrier, who Mizzou Tiger fans might recognize the name, he went on to play there. Crazy play to end the game, Trey. It was about 20 seconds left, a turnover for Nixa. All the way on the other end, Kevin Purrier standing wide open, dunks it. That's the game-winning basket. No one scores the rest of the time. So, that was probably a heartbreaker for Nixa, but they're back here on the big stage, and their opponent, the Lee Summit West Titans, were the 5 seed in District 6, defeated Raytown in the district championship, 55-59, and I mean, really, no one saw the Lee Summit West Titans coming, Trey.
Yeah, I looked at the seeding. I expected that the 1 seed would get to beat, that was Lee Summit, and I figured that Raytown would be the team that Nixa is facing off. But
yes, Lee
Summit West able to upset the 1 seed and then upset the 2 seed to make it here. So they got pretty good. Or upset you put 3 seed on here, but it's 2 seed. Raytown was the 2 seed in their district.
Oh, okay. Well,
but yeah, they got a lot to play for. They finished.
Actually, no. Rockhurst was the 2 seed in their district.
Yeah. I still figured Raytown.
Yes,
would
but
win
anyways,
it,
go ahead.
Finished 4th in their conference. I don't think any Lee Summit West fan expected them to be here, but we got a very familiar playoff matchup. As this has happened twice in the last 2 years in football.
Yes.
And volleyball ended up playing them, and so far Nixa's 3-0. I want to make it 4-0 in that.
Yes,
in the past couple of years with this team.
Yes, we say familiar matchup. Actually, this is a very unfamiliar matchup when it comes to basketball.
Yeah.
However, in recent years, yes, with Nixa moving up to Class 6 in football, we've seen them a lot, and then we saw them a little bit in volleyball. I think 2 years in a row we actually saw them in volleyball.
Yeah, so this is the 5th time these 2 teams have played since these seniors, freshman year.
Yes, but in basketball, never before happened. So we didn't really have any, looks at Lee Summit West. In my bracket, which I picked all 64, or all 32 games, however many they are, and I actually did have them winning. I can't lie, but it was just because I knew the name Lee Summit West. It was not because I knew they were the best team in the district, and they haven't been. Player to watch for them tonight, that's going to be Chaz Watson. He's a sophomore guard and really leading the team in every category. He's only averaging, well, I say only, he's averaging 16.4 a game, which would be higher than any Nixa number. Obviously doesn't have the supporting cast that Colin Ruffin and K.O. Combs do. But
in the last few games, he's averaged over 20.
Yes, yes.
He's looked really hot as of late.
Yes, it's been a 6-game winning streak for the Lee Summit West Titans out of the Suburban Gold Conference in Kansas City, a very good conference. There's 4 divisions there, the red, white, blue, and gold, and the gold is typically the best. They ran through a gauntlet, 8-6 conference record, but when you get hot at the right time, that's kind of how playoff system works in Missouri, right?
Yeah, not like Arkansas or any other place that you have to qualify for the tournament. Everyone's in it, and all you got to do is make it out of your district just to make a state championship run, really. And so they did just that. So they caught fire just at the right time of this season.
Yes, in other area games today, it was the Springfield Catholic Fighting Irish. They defeated Bolivar in what was a home game for Bolivar. Fantastic crowd here at SBU, Trey, for that one.
Yeah.
Enjoyed watching that one. Tolton Catholic defeated Willow Springs in the Class 4 quarterfinals, and that one wasn't even close. I thought that Willow Springs had a chance.
I knew the athleticism that Tolton has, and if they can hit their shots, that's a tough team to beat for anyone, but especially Willow Springs, where they got some size, but they don't really have height. They have strength.
Mm-hmm. Thayer finished Class 3 third place this weekend at JQH, and Norwood a few hours ago defeated Bernie in the Class 2 state championship game. So that rounds out the boys' side of things for area teams. In the girls' side, it was Kickapoo over Truman right before us here, and we saw West Plains defeat Carl Junction in the first game, and that was the Ashton Judd show, Trey. You got to see a little bit of that.
Almost every West Plains game of the season has been the Ashton Judd show, but she really put on a show tonight. Yes. And that's really what she needs to do for them to make a run at the state championship. And I think that they have the ability to, and Ashton Judd especially, after committing to Mizzou, she's got a lot of height on her, and she can shoot the ball very well, really with the best of them. That's what she showed here tonight, or earlier this afternoon, and they were able to feed off that and beat a very good Carl Junction team, and now they got 2 games left. Yep.
Elias Catholic over Ava, the Class 4 quarterfinals, and Ava was a team we got to see at Nixa on Tuesday night, and they destroyed, who was that they were playing? Seneca, and then just couldn't get the job done today. It was a good game over at Lebanon. And El Dorado Springs, the Class 3 state champions, they won by 40, and you could really say Stratford was second place because that semifinal game between El Dorado Springs and Stratford was a 2 or 4 point game, and the championship game was a 45-point game. So
that's what I feel like Class 6 might turn into.
Yeah. And then it was the Blue Eye girls taking 3rd place in Class 2, and the Walnut Grove girls taking 4th place in Class 1. We're about a minute away from tip-off. It's the Lee Summit West Titans, the Nixa Eagles, a trip to Springfield, Missouri. The Final 4 on the line. We'll take it down to the floor, starting lineups, and we'll be back for this state quarterfinal action after this.
For tonight's Missouri High School Activities Association Class 6 boys basketball quarterfinal matchup between the Nixa Eagles and the Lee Summit West Titans. And now let's meet your starting lineup for tonight's quarterfinal matchup. First visitors on the scoreboard, the Eagles from Nixa. At guard, a 6'4" senior number 1, Colin Rucker. Guard, a 6'4" senior number 3, Jordan Turner. At guard, a 6'4" junior number 11, Cale Cone. At forward, a 6'3" senior number 14, Jackson Bell. And at center, a 6'4" senior number 22, Garrett Nelson. Head coach for the Eagles is Jay Osborne. They come in tonight's game with a record of 26-3. And now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Lee Summit West High School Titans. At guard, a 6'3" sophomore, number 0, Chaz Watson. At forward, a 6'3" junior, number 1, David Mayo. At guard, a 6'2" sophomore, number 3, Joshua Salinas. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 10, Chance McGrew. And a guard, a 6'1" sophomore, number 13, Logan Bishop. Head coach for Lee Summit West is Michael Schieber. They come in with a record of 14-13.
And here we go, Trey, about to get underway. Class 6 quarterfinal action. It's the Nixa Eagles, the Lee Summit West Titans. Two teams already punched their ticket to the Final Four, CBC and Chaminade. We're looking for two more. The Nixa Eagles in the red, the Lee Summit West Titans in the white. It'll be Chaz Watson, the sophomore guard, and Jarrett Nelson to tip things off here at Southwest Baptist University. And here we go. Tip is controlled by the Eagles, and it's Colin Ruffin with the basketball now.
One thing we're going to see tonight is here's the matchup that everyone wanted to see is Taylor Combs with the ball, Chaz Watson on him.
Yes, Colin Ruffin right side. They go to Jackson Bell in the corner. Inside, Jordan Turner, shot up and no good. And it'll go to the Titans. Titans, the home team on the scoreboard tonight, but it couldn't be any different when it comes to crowd size. Nixa fans all over. And they've been here since the start of the girls' game. They want to go up to Watson early on a lob, catches it, stays in bounce, and now goes left side. That's Chris McGrew, an easy two, and the layup to go for this Titans team. It's just averaging under 53 points a game here, but hot as of late.
Ran through that backdoor cut, and he was wide open. Colin's trying to do the same thing.
They give it off to Nelson, but he traveled before. Not quite sure what he was doing there, caught it and hopped. So the start you want if you're a Titans fan. Josh Salinas with the basketball. 2-0 lead. A minute off the clock here in Bolivar, Missouri. Salinas left or right side. Wow. They bring the screen. Bell all over that one. Just switches right off. Salinas to the basket. Kicks it off. David Mayo. Mayo guarded by Nelson. And they're going to whistle a travel. That was referee John Sterling with the call in front of the Nixa student section.
Great defense on that.
Yes.
That possession for the Eagles, especially after giving up a very easy backdoor cut. Jackson Bell all over that. Jarrett forcing him to travel. That's just great defense all around.
Yes, Ruffin into the front court. Bring the screen with Nelson. Ruffin left side. Corner to Combs. Combs driving through. Pump fake and an easy layup. And the Eagles are on the board. 2-all, 6:30 to play. Into the front court, Josh Salinas. They bring the screen with Bishop. Switch off. Now they go to Bishop. He wants the tray, and it rims in and out. Ruffin now across the timeline. Behind the back move, crossover, and now give it off to Turner in the right wing. Back up top, Ruffin. Now Combs left side between the leg moves, spinning to the rack, and they whistle him for a travel. And now they're already talking to Nelson, Combs, and Turner. What? Burns, what'd you see there?
I saw a wall.
Oh.
I couldn't see it.
I see.
And I'm trying to run the scoreboard since we got a manual scoreboard tonight.
Oh, we have a manual scoreboard tonight. That is
right.
news to me. Wow. Well, Josh Salinas with the basketball in the front court. 5:50 to play here in the first quarter. Salinas kicks it off to Mayo. They want to go inside to Watson. Watson blocked by Nelson, and a foul's whistled. That one on Bell, and that's something that oh, wow. Quick substitution. Osborne's not happy. You know, that's something that we've noticed all day is the referees have been very short-tempered, and we've got another talk here. Ruffin and Watson they're talking to. And
trying to get both teams ready for the Final Four because, you know, that's what they're going to be like when they get to JQH.
Yeah, it's been like this all day. Free throw up and no good.
3 Southwest Missouri officials in this game.
Yeah, that can't make Lee Summit West fan happy.
Not at all.
Already had to travel 3 hours compared to Nix's 50 minutes, and then that. Second free throw good, so it's a 3-2 lead for the Titans. 5:40 to play here in the first quarter. Ruffin crosses the timeline. Guarded by Salinas. They bring the screen with Bell. Could have been a moving screen. Bell with it now into the paint. Barry, there's a clear size mismatch.
That's a great pass by Barry, though, and we're going to get a foul here.
Yeah, and you might want to stop reacting if you're either team every time there's a foul called because these guys are not having it. I know the other one's Landon Gray, and I'm not sure the baseline official's name. Didn't catch it. They give it to Ruffin underneath, and now into Barry up top to Combs. Combs finds Turner off a screen, wants the corner three, no. And the rebound controlled by Chaz Watson.
They're running fast, and Turner able to get a great steal.
Turner gets a steal. They go to Ruffin now, and Lee Summit West actually with a decent student turnout for the trip.
Now Turner's wide open again.
And it rims in. Turner gets the 3 to go, and it's a lead for Nixa.
Great turnaround from Turner.
You guys talked about these soft rims at SBU all week. We know that's been the case for a long time.
And it rims in right there. I love these rims.
Lots of movement on the goal and lots of movement on those rims as well.
Yes, and that's going to be a travel whistled on David Mayo. Barry not allowing him to go anywhere.
I thought that they were going to call a foul or something, but it definitely wasn't a foul on Barry. I know that because he just stayed there. And it's not very easy to move Barry if he's sitting in the lane.
No. Combs across the timeline. He's defended by Salinas. Right side, bring the screen with Barry. Rough into the rack, and he gets it to finish.
That's quite the finish off the screen from Barry. And a great screen from Barry, too, as you got to go over a screen on Colin Ruffin. Blocked by Barry.
Big block there by Colton Barry. Brings the Nixa crowd in a frenzy, but the rebound and the putback by the Titans. That's Logan Bishop with the shot and quickly quiets the crowd.
Nixa still with a 2-point lead, though. You got to keep that momentum rolling. And you got to get the ball into Barry. Not a good pass from Combs.
Bad communication there. It's a steal by the Titans. Chance McGrew, a shot from the elbow, no good. Rebound by Barry and given to Ruffin. No, we're going to go fast. Up ahead to Bell. Now's where we'll slow it down. Hand off to Ruffin. No, he wants a deep 3. And that rebound controlled by the Titans. David Mayo into the front court. He'll dribble it back out as they don't really have numbers.
He's looking to pass it. Combs gets the
steal.
steal.
It goes to Combs, and they'll whistle for the foul, which might be disappointing.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing that could have happened for Lee Summit in that situation.
Yes.
You can call it on Chance McGrew. As Nelson's back into the game, Barry comes out after putting in a couple of quality minutes.
And, that's kind of what happened against Kickapoo is Barry went in, and he might not have played a factor the rest of the game, but he played, he got him going.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind if we see that again. I'd like to have him come back in, though. Turner gives it off to Ruffin. Pump fake. He wants the 3. Yes!
Ruffin doesn't want his season to end.
No, Ruffin 37 points away from 1,000.
And he's got 5 already.
Yes. That was entering the night. He was 37 away, so 32 away now. 3:15 to play. It's the Titans with the basketball. Chance McGrew gives it off to Harden. Now left side, it's Watson. Watson just 1 point tonight. He's guarded by Bell. Drives right side all the way to the basket. Can't get it to go, but the putback by Bishop.
No one boxed out at all on that. Keith Pietmeyer's going to check in at the next dead ball.
I don't mind that. I like to see him into the game. Ruffin up top. He's guarded by Watson. Excuse me, that's Mayo. Now Combs up top to Bell. They want to go into the paint to Nelson. Nelson spinning through the lane. Pump fake. Can he get the shot to go? And the foul. He's flexing. It's a 5-point lead for the Eagles.
That's quite the finish. I don't know how he got it up, and I definitely don't know how he finished that. Bell going to come out.
And Pietmeyer into the game. Yep.
On the other side, Tavian Sims comes in. Came in for Josh Salinas.
Nelson shooting his free throw. The other semifinal matchup going on at Cable Dahmer Arena in Independence, Missouri. Actually, we're just right around Lee Summit West. It's Blue Springs and Staley. That had the same tip-off time as this one. So we'll be keeping you updated on that. Winner, we'll play the winner of this one. Steal here. Here goes Cale Combs. It's a 2-on-3 fast break. Euro through the lane and a layup off the glass.
That is such a pretty move.
And that's going to be a timeout for Lee Summit West. And here goes the Nixa crowd, Trey.
I've been waiting all week for this game. And so far, the Nixa crowd is not disappointed at all.
No, it's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. It's 15-7. And, I told people throughout the week, Trey, after watching film, I thought maybe it was going to be a slower-paced game, but the exact opposite.
Well,
so far.
Nixa does not want this to be a slow-paced game.
No.
They're getting out and passing lanes, going for steals, and they're definitely taking advantage of it. Obviously, they're up 15-7 and very high scoring so far in this first quarter.
Yeah, what'd you say their average points per game
was? Around 50.
Around 50. We all know Nixa has a much higher number than that.
Yes, it's actually 68.4.
And it could be higher than it is. They just play so good at defense that they don't need to score that often.
Yep. Well, that's the thing. If we keep scoring like that, we know what number we really need to get to secure that victory. We know our defense is going to be there to make sure that happens.
Yes. Yeah. Headset falling off. I tried to stand up. Not a lot of room here at SBU for us. 2:18 to play. They're out of the timeout, and it's the Titans with the basketball in the front court. Travion Sims checked in at the last dead ball, and he has the basketball. Now McGrew left side into the paint. It's Logan Bishop. The shot over Bell won't go. Second chance rebounded to the Titans. Inside Harden, now thrown out to Sims.
And it was not an easy pass to get it out there.
No. McGrew with it up top. Under 2 to play, and we have a foul called inside. That one whistled on Turner, and he's in disbelief.
Well, he can't say anything about it. But the student section
Can't
will
boo.
say something about it. Noah Engelman going to come in for the first time tonight. Really one of the anchors of this defense.
Yes, unfortunately for Engelman, just hasn't seen as much of a role down the stretch. But when you need defense, you're putting him in the game. You know, and when you get someone with foul trouble, you're definitely putting him into the game. They throw it into the corner to Watson. Watson guarded by Engelman all the way to the rack, and he can't finish. And there's
Talk
the defense.
about that defense, yeah. You might get to the basket on Engelman, but you are not scoring on him at the basket.
He's going to make it tough anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ruffin into the front court. He drives left side, throws it up to Combs, and the slam. The scream. Oh, my goodness. It's a 10-point game. Watch out below.
That came out of nowhere, too. That was unbelievable.
I don't know how he got that pass
Salinas to the rack, and he can't finish. Rebound by Ruffin. Ruffin into the front court. Almost loses the basketball, and they whistle him for a carry.
And Osborne's not happy about that one.
Well, no, because he got bumped, and it was that bump.
Yeah, it was the bump that caused the carry.
Yes, and it's that bump where you say that's not a foul, but if it causes something, then it's a foul.
Yeah.
They call the carry there with 1:20 to play. I mean, shoot, Nixa goes down there and scores. There's a lot of momentum.
Oh, yeah.
Still is a lot of momentum. They're clapping it up, the Nixa fans are, and it's Lee Summit West with the basketball.
Well, Nixa fans know who Lee Summit's best player is, so every time he touches the ball, they're going to let him hear it.
They go inside, and they'll whistle a foul on Colin Ruffin. And, I mean, there were bodies flying everywhere. Tried to throw it, a bounce pass in there, and they'll whistle him for a foul instead.
Third foul for the Eagles.
Yes.
Just one on Ruffin, though.
Travion Sims inbounds it deep to Josh Salinas. Now side loses the ball.
Now he does lose it, and it was not tipped at all.
They'll stick it with Nixa. Osborne's not arguing, so maybe it was.
Well, the whole bench was. I didn't see it. I didn't see a tip.
62 seconds to play here. Class 6 state tournament action. Travion Sims with the basketball. He'll slow things down. You might take the last shot here.
Yeah.
Sims at the Bearcat logo.
Osborne's barking at Sterling about something.
I don't know. Salinas left side, and they give it off to Sims. Sims defended by Ruffin.
They're just having issues finding anything right now.
The length just overwhelming so far. Sims holds it up top, now gives it off to Watson. Watson to the rack, and they'll whistle Combs for his second foul, maybe?
And Osborne wasn't happy about that one either.
No, it's going to be on Engelman. That's why he's not happy, because probably wasn't on Engelman.
That's team foul number 4 as well, since you can't see it on the scoreboard tonight.
Oh, you can't. You're right.
The Titans have 3 team fouls, so I'll try to keep you updated as that
That's going to be
progresses.
Burns' job is to update us on scoreboard necessities. 33.6 seconds to play, and it's Sims to inbound it. Defense chance from the Eagle faithful. Sims having trouble, and a 5-second call is whistled.
And Colin Ruffin comes right back into the game after that fantastic defensive show for about 5 seconds. Last week we saw Nixa play their best 24 seconds of defense. That last kick-to-poo possession, we saw them play their best 5 seconds of defense.
They definitely know when to turn it on. Under 30 to play, Ruffin crossed the timeline with 24. They bring the screen with Engelman. Ruffin guarded by Salinas. 20 to play now. Ruffin driving. They screen with Engelman. He'll dribble it back out. 10 to play. They get the play called they want. Ruffin right side. They hedge hard, give it off to Nelson. Spinning through the lane, and the easy finish with 3 to play. They get it into Sims. Sims, he travels with 0.5 to play. Oh, no.
And Nixa, they know how to throw a lob or two, so you got to be careful if you're at least someone not to let anything at the basket.
Well, in 0.5 seconds, you got enough time to get an actual shot off here.
Not much of one, though.
No.
Yeah,
Turner throws it to Combs. The three-point attempt. Oh, just missed.
They were going to give it to him. I don't think that he got it off, but they were going to give it to him.
So at the end of the first quarter, it's the Nixa Eagles on top, 19-7. Back after the break here at Class 6 state quarterfinals.
Brought to you by Central Gas and Propane.
Yes. And we're back here at the Myers Sports Center on the campus of Southwest Baptist University in Bolivar, Missouri. And it was all Nixa Eagles in the first quarter, 19-7. It looked close for a minute, and then
it was Staley or Lee Summit West got the start they wanted, but it quickly went downhill from there as Nixa turned it on.
It's the Titans basketball, or with the basketball here to open up the second quarter. Salinas with it at the college three-point line, which has been extended out even farther. And now they go to Bishop to the rack. No second chance, and it rolls in.
That's Bishop's second putback off an offensive rebound, and
it's really his third because he had the jump shot as well.
Yeah.
So
you got to box someone out on the offensive boards, and that's really what's the only thing that I would fix about the Eagles right now.
Yes. Ruffin spins, gives it off to Combs at the three-point line. Long pass to Turner, and now Ruffin pump fake. Thought about driving baseline, goes behind the back, picks up his dribble, and goes out up top to Combs.
And now, Lee Summit West, they're putting up on a defensive show.
Yes. Bell inside to Nelson. Nelson fakes the pass, loses the basketball, and a foul's whistled.
Eagles just still need to be patient, though.
Yes.
I mean, they will break down. We've seen that the first quarter.
Do need to be careful about the
Titans.
They need to be careful about the cross-court passing.
Yeah.
Because that almost came back to bite him against Kickapoo, and we don't want it to here tonight.
They sent a sub to the table, but then he went right back to the bench.
Huh.
Oh, man, he had Turner wide open. No, he didn't.
Ruffin goes into the corner to Combs. I don't think he did. Combs to the basket. Can he finish?
How in the world does he do that?
I'm like 95% sure he wasn't in the book because he's actually the last person on my roster, and I almost didn't put him in.
Gotcha.
So that they might have warned him before he went into the game. 21-9 the score here. 6:45 to play in the second quarter. It's David Mayo with it left side. Guarded by Nelson, and he'll give it off to McGrew. Now back to Mayo. They really want Mayo to shoot. Inside, Salinas and the easy layup, and that's just Combs trying to gamble there and get a steal. And Osborne has said there are times do it, times not to do it, and I think he was fine with it there.
Yeah. I mean, if he gets the steal, that's on an inbound. And, I mean, he did save getting a foul because it's been very physical. As Colin Ruffin's going to take a three, can't hit it, get his own rebound, though.
Diving on the floor, no. It goes to David Mayo. Now up ahead, he wants to go fast. McGrew through the lane, picked up by Nelson. He finds Salinas. Floater through the lane, gets it to go.
Salinas taking over.
Yes.
4 points here in the second quarter, 4 of their 6.
They go inside Nelson. He's working on Mayo, and he falls, gets the layup to go. Mayo trying to draw the charge, but you're not getting that.
No.
I'd say if it happens again, though, it will be.
He didn't square him up, and that's why.
He almost lost that ball out of bounds.
Almost lost it. It's David Mayo. Mayo to the rack. Big block by Nelson, and who are they whistling that foul on? Ruffin's got to be careful here.
Yeah.
But I don't know who that foul was on, to be honest with you.
That foul should not have been on Ruffin, and if they told it on Jarrett, it definitely wasn't on Jarrett.
On Jarrett.
How?
Team foul number 5.
I don't know. He hit that like a beach ball.
It's a great block.
It was one of those ones where you wait for it to go through the air and then smack it down, but they whistle him for the foul, and Mayo's going to sit here at the free throw line for a while.
Looks like Giannis.
First free throw, no good, and Mayo has looked very uncomfortable around the three-point line tonight. Almost lost the basketball twice on the last possession. You can tell he's really not a guard.
Yeah.
Have him listed as a forward. One of the, actually only 2 on the team. 5:35 to go. Second free throw is going to be good. It's a 9-point basketball game.
It's the first time since the first quarter that it's been under a double-digit lead for the Eagles.
Yes.
But that could quickly change with how this team plays offense.
Combs gives it off to Bell. Bell bounce pass to Nelson and the finish on the right side.
And that's going to be there all night as Jarrett now has 9 points in the first half.
Yes. He's played well so far tonight, and it's because there's no height. I mean, or size, really. It's Josh Salinas, loses the basketball, gets it back. Salinas kicks off to Watson. Oh, he threw it down. Oh.
That
I mean, it rolled
was
on the rim,
a
but
very
still.
weak throw down, but
Wow.
he threw it down, yeah.
I had started saying it before it
Yeah.
actually went in. I just knew it was going to go in.
They really, not that it was, but they could have called it a travel with how weird that one looked.
Ruffin in front of the Titan bench. Now they give it off to Turner. Combs.
You got to swing it to the other side with Jarrett.
Yes. Ruffin, dead on. Puts on the dribble moves, now goes to Turner. Turner from the parking lot, no.
Not sure that was the shot they wanted, but Turner very quickly
And he
gets
gets
back
it
on
right
defense.
back. Ruffin diving on the floor. Who does it go to? Out of bounds, and it'll go to Nixa. Now, if you want something that's going to get the community fired up, it's hustle plays like
Oh, yeah.
that.
Hey, first off, not a good shot by
Not a good shot at
by
all,
Turner,
but he definitely.
But he got back
yeah.
and at least
Yes,
interfered.
yes.
That got the.
He didn't get
got
the steal, but
Didn't get
forced the
steal.
turnover.
Yep.
And I could honestly argue that anytime Turner gets an open three, it's not a terrible shot, even if it's far. Turner gives it off to
But
Nelson
that
at the
one was
three-point
way
line.
behind
Yes.
the college line. He's wide open at the
And
basket.
he gets the layup to go, so there you go.
Yeah.
He gets,
We'll take that one.
Very
Yes.
quickly gets redemption from that.
yes. I think Osborne's going to say it's okay.
Yeah.
11-point game, under 4 to play.
Well,
here
even
in the
after the
first
steal,
half.
he was still yelling at Turner.
Yeah, but got it back. Got the point across,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Salinas with the basketball.
Jackson Bell is
guarded by-
playing fantastic
Yeah, he
defense.
is.
And
here
Turner
goes
gets the
Turner.
steal.
Turner into the front court. He has it stripped, and it goes out of bounds. Wow, what a hustle play
Yeah.
by Chance McGrew. You kind of just saw that one coming.
Yeah.
He could have honestly bounced past it back to Ruffin, but I think going up with it was the right play. We'll have a substitution here, so that is Jack's Foz now finally going to come into the game, so it wasn't that. Guess they just didn't want him to come in earlier.
I don't know what that was. They were telling him to go to the X, and he went to the X. They hit the buzzer, and we're going to get a foul here on Lee Summit.
And that's going to be on Fox now, I believe.
Oh, that was a
Foz now.
Yep.
Yes.
That was quick. And into the game for literally 0 seconds of game time, and he picks up
And
a
he
foul.
picks up a foul.
That's not a good look for him.
And that's the 5th team foul for both teams here.
They'll throw it the three-point line to Combs. Combs driving. Can he get it to go? No, it's blocked. That was Chaz Watson with the block. I have his name written down wrong in my notes. Into the front court, McGrew driving. Finds Foz now kicked right back out. Salinas got an open three with McGrew. Yeah, he got it to go. And it's an 8-point basketball game.
Nixa's they're not pulling away right now, but they're keeping this lead at arm's length.
Yes.
Very much like that Carthage game earlier in the season.
Combs goes to Nelson, now Turner. Turner finds Bell off a screen, now Nelson. Oh, had Turner open for a minute. Instead, goes back to Ruffin. Ruffin right side, pump fake, goes to Turner in the corner, now back up top, Ruffin. Tough defense being played by Salinas. Ruffin drive by, and they'll call a foul. I think Salinas forgot that this was the game of basketball.
Yeah, I'm not sure he wasn't happy about it, but I'm not sure there's much to argue on that one.
Yeah, it kind of drilled him.
As Engelman comes in for Turner.
Team foul number 6 for the Titans.
Nixa shooting 1-on-1 the rest of the way. And Bell wide open in the corner, doesn't shoot it.
Bell drives to the rack. That's because he got a better look but can't finish. The lefty shot it on the left side. A back tip there. Goes up top to Watson. Big block by Nelson. And now it goes to Combs. Combs loses the basketball and right back to the Titans, and Osborne's in disbelief that there wasn't a foul there.
Well, once again, it's one of those, it might not be a foul, but the reason the ball went out of bounds is because of the contact.
Nelson is loving it. Absolutely destroyed that basketball. And now it's the Titans with it.
Watson had a lot of troubles getting that ball with Bell face guarding him and doing a great job of it.
They'll hold it up top with Salinas.
Watson's
Yep, there's going to be a push-off.
Offensive foul whistled
And
was that Nelson that threw it or Bell?
Bell. And Bell's going to clap in his face because he knew it. And Sterling thought about calling it, but Landon picked it up.
Staley on top, 14-7 after the first quarter from Cable Dahmer Arena.
So far today, no surprises. And
no. Now, the CBC SLU game was a great game.
Both teams that are expected to win right now are on top.
Top. They tried to go to Bell, lost the basketball, and almost kept it in bounds, but it'll stay with the Nixa Eagles.
Colton Berry going to come in for Nelson, who will probably check out to a standing ovation.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, good enough.
The parents, anyway.
Yeah, the parents.
Yes. The parents
Well, that's because the students are already standing parents.
Roughing across the timeline, 1:50 to play. Guarded by Salinas at the very extended Bearcat logo. Trey, here it is for
Very
you.
extended. We talked about the
bear
Missouri
being
State
big,
logo
yeah.
being big. This one is about 90% of the floor.
Ruffin is on the floor on the right side. Combs with it in the left corner. That was weird. And Ruffin is holding his knee gingerly.
It's the knee he hurt earlier this season in that Bentonville
Combs
game.
spinning through the lane.
What a pass.
Finds Engelman, can't finish, but second chance, it's easy.
Stat Patty.
Yes.
He's going for the double-double tonight.
Wow, that's quite the pass from Combs. And it's always interesting to me when Combs is spinning through the lane, his legs are they look like they're breaking. It's like they just shrink.
There's so much flexibility from Kale.
It's McGrew with the ball in the front court. 60 seconds to play here in the first half. Nixa with a 10-point lead. McGrew guarded by Ruffin, spinning through the lane up over the top of Berry, and he got it to go.
That had quite the arc on it. Under a minute to go, it's an 8-point game.
Well, with 8 seconds to go, with an 8-point lead and 50 seconds to go, I'd say you hold for the last shot here, but Nixa is a high-powered offense. You never know.
Yeah.
Ruffin will dribble back
and
out.
quite the defensive team, too.
Yes, and Jay is signaling out for one, so they will take one shot. Now they get the play from Blancett. Give it off. Bell left side, 25 seconds to play. Bell picks up his dribble, gives it off to Engelman.
Engelman handing the ball like a guard.
Yeah. Oh, he loses it, though. And it'll go. No, it stays with Lee Summit West into the front court. McGrew up over Combs, and they whistle a charge. Wow. So did they already warn Lee Summit West, I guess? Because they're telling the assistant coaches to sit down. Now, Landon Gray in the face of the head coach. Nelson into the game. Wow, a lot of stuff going on with 13.3 seconds to play. Finally a reset. Ruffin.
It's almost halftime. Let's chill before that.
Yes. 8 seconds to play. Ruffin across the timeline. Gives it to Bell. 5 to play. Bell drives, and a foul is whistled.
And so Bell will go to the line for 1-1.
Yes, 18 fouls whistled here on the Lee Summit West. Titans, 9 now. And we'll see a host of subs. Barry, Pietmeyer, and Engelman will join Bell and Turner on the floor, and they'll go ahead and check everyone else out. No need to get any fouls right here.
Cale, Jackson, or Cale, Jarrett, and Colin all have 1. Or I guess Cale doesn't have any, but you got to keep those other 2 in.
Bell for the 1-and-1. Free throw shooting been a struggle, as we know, and it rattles out. 3 to play. They give it up ahead. Salinas, he won't get a shot off, and it went off the top of the backboard anyways. So a good quarter for the Titans, if we're being all honest. I mean, could
only
be a lot
held
worse
the Eagles
right now.
to 10, and 4 of those came from Jarrett.
Yes. So it's 29-21. Burns, you got any first half thoughts as you're messing with the
trying to get everything working? Defensively, we once again saw the Eagles throw another nice game out there. Offensively, first quarter and half of the second quarter, pretty good. They're kind of halfway through the second quarter. We got a little force. Happy there and didn't get quite as many points up as we wanted. But other than that, I mean, we definitely happy with the first half that the Eagles have played.
I mean, I'd say that number that you're trying to get to, 55-60 range, you get there, you're golden. Obviously, you want to, blow them out, keep scoring. But, you put up another 20 spot in the next quarter, and you're probably good to go because that defense just isn't giving up anything.
I mean, they gave up 14 there in the second quarter, but, I mean, it was kind of a quiet 14, honestly, because they were still playing pretty good defense. It's just a lot of them came off just miscommunication or some fast breaks or something. But other than that, it's been a great half defensively for the Eagles. The offense could definitely pick it up a little bit.
I think that ball handling in general, it's not necessarily been that we've been taking bad shots every time, just losing the basketball, stuff like that. So I'm sure they'll look to clean it up at halftime. If you're Lee Summit West, though, what's your halftime adjustment?
Well, Watson is clearly on the offensive end very frustrated with how Turner is guarding him.
Well,
you got to, get him calmed down first.
Yeah.
Once he gets calmed down and able to start moving, set some screens for him, all that kind of stuff, get him kind of back in a rhythm as a coach. That would help them, obviously, tremendously, because right now his mindset is not where your coach or the coach wants him to be.
Well, the problem is they've been running him through screens, but Bell is able to just fight him off. And
the Eagles' defense have been helping as well.
Yes. I mean, there's been a lot of hedges, and if Bell just keeps staying like this, he might get a couple of fouls just like that, because he's already done one.
Did anyone lose a car fob watching on the stream? Nah, we're not from Lee Summit. We're golden. I mean, this is a team, though. This has been the story of their season, is just struggling to get shots up over the length of other teams because their tallest player is 6'4" and he doesn't even play.
Yeah.
So I think that's where they've got to get shots up. That's the first thing they need to do, and then they can go from there with everything else. But you can't be mad if you're an Eagles fan. CBC, Chaminade already in the Final Four. Nixa looking to do the same. 29-21 here from SBU. We'll go ahead, step aside, back for the second half after this.
And we're back after that halftime break.
Brought to you by Central Gas and Propane. We want to thank our sponsor, Central Gas and Propane. Wise Guys Screen Printing. We also want to thank Austin Orthodontics. Whoops, I took the wrong thing off. I'm trying to talk and do too many things at once. And Night Heating and Air Conditioning. Don't want to forget about them either.
Yeah, we did.
All right, Ryan and Trey, let's take this second half and go to the Final Four.
Hey, listen here, guys. If you want to see a crazy play, if you're watching on, or if you're listening on YouTube, go check out Nixa Athletics on Twitter. They got a great view of the Combs alley-oop. I mean, I'm just sitting here watching. I'm like, wow, my jaws dropped. I mean, go check that out. It's 29-21. Nixa's basketball out of the break, and if you're an Eagle fan, you cannot complain about the first half. An 8-point lead here in the Class 6 state quarterfinal game. Ruffin across the timeline, give it off to Combs. Now inside, want to go to Nelson. Nelson, the shot, no. And rebound by Logan Bishop.
Not the first possession you wanted to start the second half.
But you did get a paint touch.
Especially with 10 seconds taken off the clock.
But it was the same way in the first half, too.
Wow, I mean, look at that. Sorry. It's Chaz Watson with it. Pull-up jumper.
Great defense.
Almost got it to go over Bell instead.
Double clutch Michael Jordan shot. Almost hit it.
Honestly, the fact that he almost made that was very impressive to me. It's Colin Ruffin with the basketball. Now Combs wants the three. No. Off the back rim. 2 quick possessions for the Eagles and nothing so far.
Not what you want to see there.
No. McGrew to the basket.
And he just loses
off
it.
his
That was
own
not
leg,
tipped.
And they'll give it to Nixa. And Lee Summit West, I mean, they feel like everything's not going their way, which had we traveled to Cable Dahmer Arena, right, and had 3 Kansas City officials, we'd probably think the same thing.
Yeah.
So I understand why. Ruffin across
we probably
the
think the
timeline.
same thing anyway. So
Yes.
every time a call goes against Nixa, we think that it's a bad call. So.
Yes. They go inside Nelson, jab step. He's got it left side, and it rolls in. Tough finish there from Nelson, and the Eagles are on the board.
Back to a 10-point lead as well.
That's what makes it so hard to guard Jarrett is he can either store from as a
Selena's inside, left hand, yes. Sorry, go ahead.
He can either store from going back to the basket, posting up, and putting on those post moves, or putting on the post dribble moves.
Yes.
I mean, he can score almost any way inside the paint, and that's what makes it so difficult to guard him.
Turner off a screen, now Combs right side. He's in front of the Nixa bench. There's a whistle and a foul called on the Titans.
I think that'll be on Salinas. And, yeah, that'll be his 3rd foul.
Ruffin inside, or inbounding it. 6:25 to play. They
Great
go to
play.
Turner, an easy layup. He smacks the backboard, and Eagles right back with the 10-point lead.
Man, if that play would have been instituted a while ago, Nixa might be undefeated.
Yes. Now on the other end, it's a foul whistled on Ruffin. That was Josh Salinas going up, and I think that's going to be called on the floor.
Yeah, it is. That'll be Ruffin's 2nd foul.
Staley on a 14-0 run. They lead 20-9 mid-second. That was 11 minutes ago.
11 minutes ago, yeah. I haven't refreshed that.
They go up top. David Mayo. Now Watson. Watson defended by Bell. He was all over it. Can't get it to go. Rebound back to Watson. No. 3rd chance and a foul whistled on Jarrett Nelson. And that
He's
Nelson
holding
holding
his
his left arm. He was getting it yanked on a little bit, but he's not going to go out. They'll call it underneath it. Honestly, probably could have been a shooting foul.
Well, I think that they called it on the rebound. Staley leading 23-13 at halftime. That was 9
Dude, that
minutes
game,
ago.
the semifinal game, if Nixa and Staley are in it, they go to Watson in the corner.
That could be the state championship game.
Well, I was going to say that. 3-pointer on the way, no, and wow.
Well, he's not hurting anymore.
What I was going to say was that could be the lowest scoring game in history of the state tournament. Between their 2 defensive efforts and the fact they're playing at JQH, Ruffin gave it off to Nelson, had a dunk instead of foul early.
Good thing they didn't call it technical because they very well could have.
Knowing the way they've talked tonight, they probably could have. Enter text here. What are we doing, Burns?
I was trying something. Didn't work.
They go to
there it
Bell.
is again.
Another easy layup. It's the same play, and they call the foul as well. Oh, my goodness. And Osborne's arguing while the play is going on. It'll send Bell to the line.
This crowd got very loud. I didn't even know they called a foul on that.
Someone probably should have.
That's 4 fouls on Bishop.
Wow.
Someone should have invented what?
Someone should have invented this inbounds play 2 months ago.
Yeah.
My goodness. They were saving it for the right time. because it doesn't matter if you win the TOC, the blue and gold. You're trying to win the state championship. Those free throws good.
Yeah, at the end of the day, state championship is what people remember.
Yes.
Granted, if Nixa would have won the Tournament of Champions this year, I think nobody would stop talking about that.
Yeah. They'll call
that's
a timeout.
a much-needed timeout.
Yes, a full timeout, 36-23. Let's step aside. We'll be back in 30 here from SBU Arena. (36-23) the score here. Elite Eight action. Trey Hartwell. And speaking of the Elite Eight, college basketball tournaments going on all over the country. Both the Springfield teams, Drury's girls and Missouri State's girls, lost today. Missouri State in the MVC tournament semifinals, and then Drury in the semifinals of the national tournament, which is unfortunate.
Oh, I thought it was round 2.
Or round 2, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yes, of the Midwest region, sorry.
Yeah. Semifinal. All right.
Yes. David Mayo in a steal here. Jackson Bell, now he loses it. Who does it go to? Back to the Titans. It's
Back
David
tip.
Mayo, back tipped, goes to Nelson.
Oh,
Nelson
wow. What
throws
a
it up
throw.
to Bell, and they'll slow it down. Ruffin.
Thank goodness, because you were
Yes.
about to lose it.
I was. Ruffin across half court, and he goes into the corner to Combs. Combs in front of the Nixa bench. Back inside, they got Ruffin in the paint now. Kicks it off to Nelson, and the finish. Brock plants it off the bench. He gave one of the MJ fist pumps like he did after the district championship was won.
Oh,
It's a
deep three.
15-point game. Deep three, no. And rebound to Combs, and a chance to blow it wide open here for the Nixa Eagles. Combs. Oh, Turner
man.
had a 3 drives. Finds Ruffin all alone. Can't get it. Oh, rebound to the Titans. Man, that could have been him. That could have put the game away.
Yeah. Combs almost scoring in
Yes.
for that rebound.
McGrew, a jump shot from the elbow is good.
38-25. Probably not the turnaround that Nixa wanted after the huge momentum plays.
And I thought right there that might have been the dagger.
Yeah.
Instead, it's a 13-point game, and Nixa with the basketball. Bell in front of the Eagles bench. They go to Ruffin in the corner. Ruffin, defended by Salinas. Dribbles it back out.
He's got to be careful. He's got 4 fouls, and he could very easily pick up his 5th here.
Oh, lost it. Man had him in the corner, just threw it away.
And he had Nelson on the inside, too.
Wait, so who has 4 fouls?
Salinas.
Are you
Or
sure
no,
about
Bishop.
that? Yeah,
Bishop.
Bishop is on the bench.
Salinas has 3 fouls, but still. He's got to be careful, too. And he very easily could have picked up a 4th on that possession.
Oh, he does have 3 fouls. Okay. I didn't know that. So.
That's what I'm here for, Ryan.
That is what you're here
That's why
for.
you have me.
Chance McGrew gives it off to Harden. And now Salinas. It's guarded by Ruffin. They throw it into the corner. Watson. And they'll whistle for a foul, and they'll say it's on the floor.
And it almost bounced in.
Yes, but it was on the floor, so they wiped it off anyways.
Well, Jackson Bell, despite the fact that he's been playing great defense so far, only has 2 fouls, and that's a very good thing for these Eagles.
Not a good thing for the Titans.
No, and they throw it away there.
miscommunication.
Nobody touched that ball,
No.
and there was nothing to argue on that.
I think you saw the window where that pass could have worked, but he stopped and
he
came
didn't.
back
He didn't
out.
back cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was starting a back cut, then
Hit the V.
turned it into a V. Yeah.
Yeah. 3:40 to play. Ruffin across the half-court line. Gives it to Combs. Now Nelson up top. The 3-point line. They go to Bell now. He'll drive right side. Loses it. Gets it back and goes to Ruffin. Colin Ruffin, defender on the floor. Kicks it out. Combs. One more. Turner. Set and shoot for 3. No. And the rebound to Ruffin inside. Ruffin put up. And he gets it to go with the foul. There goes that Nixa
Colin
crowd.
Ruffin turning into Jarrett Nelson to increase this lead to 15.
Yeah,
40-25.
Hits him with a flex. And now They're going to go, I don't know what he's going to talk to Osborne. What's his name?
Sterling.
Sterling.
I cannot believe you forgot his name.
Oh, I'm losing it here. 40-25, Ruffins shot up, and it's good.
It was short, but it still went in.
Is that the first free throw we've made?
No.
I don't even remember.
Not very good at remembering free throws.
I always think that
They've only missed one.
Oh, here goes Combs, a steal. 2-on-2 fast break. Combs, Euro step. It's good.
That's such a pretty move.
All of a sudden, it's an 18-point Eagle lead. Nixa might run away with this one. Timeout, Lee Summit West.
It's going to be another full timeout. They needed that one. As it is turned all Nixa here in the third quarter. 43-25.
Yep, Burns, you're cooking something up over there?
Yeah, I got a shout out, all right?
Yeah.
We've got a watch party going on at Big Whiskey's. They sent me some pictures, so we're going to give a shout out to Big Whiskey's. Let's see if I can get this pulled up. I don't know if I can or not. I'm pushing the play button, but I aren't seeing anything. Are you?
It's okay. They're not watching our broadcast, so.
There we are. There's one picture from Big Whiskey's. We want to give Big Whiskey's a shout out and a thank you for showing the Misha Final Four or showing the state championship run we have, whatever this game is. Man, I'm struggling. These pictures are not going to pop up. We got one of them up. So, yeah, if you're a Big Whiskey's, we want to hear a nice, loud yell all the way in Bolivar. Retone took his he took his headset off to see if we can hear you, so we want to make sure we can hear you in Bolivar. There you go. That timeout was brought to you by Night Heating and Air Conditioning, by the way.
Yeah, it was. It's 43-25. Nixa out on top. And this one could get out of hand, Trey.
It could, yeah.
See how the Titans respond.
Very touchy game. No technical yet.
No. Mayo kicks it into the corner. It's Harden. Now up top, Salinas spinning. Gives it off. Harden corner three. Yeah, he got it. So that's the response he wanted. Through the Titans.
Fun fact, his name is Jamison Harden.
Yes, James Harden. It is. I noticed that.
Just not realize that, yeah. Well, that was
Combs to the rack. He loses it, and
wow.
Ooh, I don't. If there was no foul there, it probably should not have stayed with us, but it did.
Because they didn't call the foul. It was a makeup call.
Yes.
Well, there's the inbound again. He had him, yeah.
Yes. Rough and inbounding. Got to get rid of it.
Here we go again. We just throw it up to Combs.
Goes deep. Corner Bell.
And with all this.
Tried to go inside to Combs. He couldn't corral it. Now McGrew into the front court. Slows it out. Now going right back to the basket. Goes into the paint. David Mayo. The shot over Barry's good. What a response here from these Titans, and it's back to a 13-point game.
Yeah, Nixa could have increased their lead.
Could have probably put it away.
Could have increased it to 20. Wow, that was a fast spin.
He's got Combs wide open. Get a good shot here.
Ruffin picks up his dribble, goes out to Turner, and you can just run some clock here. They go inside Barry. Big mismatch here. 3 people on Barry, and they whistle a foul. Will that be on Salinas? No. It's on McGrew.
It's on McGrew, and that's his 4th.
5 team fouls for the Titans.
Go ahead. Very close to, and we just go up to Barry, and that's, oh my
goodness.
Gets it,
how and the foul. They wave it off. Oh, that would have brought the house down.
It did.
For a half second, it did.
Yep.
Jeff Russo is not happy. He's barking over there.
2 fouls on David Mayo, and now Nixa will shoot the rest of the way, and we're in the third quarter.
Ruffin throws it up top to Turner. Turner drive by into the corner. All alone, Combs. Yes! It's a 16-point game.
And Cale Combs with 13 on the night.
Salinas to the rack. Shot up, no. Rebound to who? It goes to Mayo. Fought for, and he loses it? No. Who has it? They get it out. It's Salinas to the basket. Oh! Ruffin, and a foul is called. Be careful.
He wasn't happy about it.
No.
At all. That's 3 on Ruffin. Really the only one in foul trouble right now.
For Nixa.
Yeah.
A lot of foul trouble.
A lot of foul trouble on the other side. 2 players with 4 fouls, 1 with 3. Probably not the look they want trying to get back in this game.
First free throw good from Salinas.
Makes it a 15-point game as Keith Pietmeyer didn't check in for Barry. And he'll check out to quite the ovation. 46-31, 121 left in the third quarter.
Yes, and for a team that doesn't score a lot of points, 15 points doesn't seem like a big lead normally, but
they've only scored 31
that's
to this
right.
point. And we're going to get a foul on David Mayo as he pushed Bell.
My goodness, I have never seen anything like this. That's for sure.
And Landon Gray was very animated about calling that.
Oh, Mayo's showing him what he's doing.
And he definitely he extended his arms into Bell. Yes. That was the right call.
Coach Schieber cannot believe it. Now we have a conversation, and it's the 1-1.
I was going to say it's not an offensive foul.
Yeah.
So it should be 1-1.
That might have been the right play for Mayo there. What's the question here? I don't think they know.
Honestly, it depends on when the ball went in.
The ball went in, yes.
The ball was in.
So they're going to say a 1-1, and it's going to send
Bell
to the free throw.
We'll see if Trey Hartwell knows this play. Why is it a 1-1?
Because it was Nixa's possession because the bell had already gone through. So it's a defensive foul. Or it's
Yep.
Is that why?
Yep.
Oh, Ruffin going to the line. I thought he shoved Bell.
Maybe they just didn't know.
I don't know.
Ruffin will shoot the 1-1. First one, he gets it to go.
2 for 2 on the night.
See Barry check back in.
The Eagles overall 4 for 5.
So can't complain so far.
But 9 missed free throws away, and we're exactly where we sat last week at 4 for 14.
Yes. Oh, hey, guys, I forgot to mention this. And if you're watching from Kansas City or you're a college recruiter, as Ruffin gets the second one to go, we're Nixa fans. Just so we can get that out of the way. I forgot to mention that because we did last week.
We mentioned that last week.
Yes.
But last week it was a little bit different as that game was personal.
Yes. Hopefully there are a lot of colleges watching. I know that there were a few in attendance. SIU, Edwardsville was there for the first boys game today, and as well was
Drake.
Coach DeVries. David Mayo gets the layup to go.
He said something to Barry and
doesn't seem bold.
Yeah.
Or doesn't seem wise. I think we're gonna.
Yeah. Landon was telling the bench. So. Good night. You would never think that these two teams have never played before.
Yeah. Well,
same way with the Tolton game. It was the same way in the Tolton game, too.
Turner with it left side. It was the same way in this football matchup, though. It was very heated both years.
Both years, yeah.
Kids ejected in the first one.
For throwing a punch at Ramon Green.
Yes.
Not the person I would be throwing a punch at, especially down by 20.
Combs, there's a defender on the ground.
Oh, great pass.
He finds Turner in the corner. Now Pietmeyer going to fire for 3. Bang! Oh, Keith Pietmeyer hits it.
And this place just went nuts. 17-point game.
Wow. There was your standing ovation right there.
We're going to get a foul on Combs.
Oh, a foul.
That's Combs' first foul.
Yeah. How often does Keith Pietmeyer shoot the basketball?
He did that in a state quarterfinal matchup.
Hey, look, there is no lack of confidence in Keith Pietmeyer.
Yeah.
He might have fooled you.
Yeah.
But no.
Hey, this gym does remind me a lot of the layout of Webb City's gym. And Keith Pietmeyer had his breakout game in that one, scoring 10 points.
Burns?
You have to remember, he's a pitcher for the baseball team, though.
True.
So there's not going to be a lot of the phases of pitcher.
Watson inside. He can't get it to go, but a foul is whistled. And, I think people forget and might not even know that Keith was a very good basketball player growing up.
He was the best one out of everyone in our grade, and then Colin Ruffin grew to 6'3". And Keith Pietmeyer kind of sat there 5'11", 6 foot, so definitely the size that helped Ruffin. And Keith Pietmeyer's going to – Engelman's going to check out. 51-35 is Jarrett Nelson also coming in for Barry.
So it's a 16-point basketball game. The lineup on the floor for the Eagles, Pietmeyer, Turner, Nelson, Ruffin, and Combs.
Nixa with 5 timeouts remaining, Lee Summit with 2.
Yes. Sometimes I think Osborne just hopes that he can hold it. Like, he just doesn't want to call timeout ever. It doesn't matter. He's trying to get out of here.
Clock's a little slow on this one, about 3 seconds off.
Okay, so 6 seconds to play. Combs inside to the basket, and he gets it to go with 2 to play. They get it in. Salinas, he doesn't get a shot off. And this lead for Nixa just continuing to increase. 8 minutes away from a Final Four appearance. It's 53-36. Let's step aside. Back from Southwest Baptist University after this.
Also checking in for
53-36 the score. The Eagles out on top, and the only thing separating them in a trip back to the Final Four is 8 minutes on the clock, Trey.
Yeah. Burns, you talked a little bit about Nixa needs to get another 20-piece in the third quarter to put this one away. And while Lee Summit had their best quarter offensively, they could not hold down the Eagles as they scored 24. And Turner gets a steal here to start the fifth.
Out here. And he gets the layup to go, so the start you wanted.
Probably the first time that they've started a quarter the way that they wanted. Getting the defensive stop, and Turner able to put up 2 points.
Salinas, corner a three for Bishop, no.
Oh.
He gets his own rebound, shot up over Turner, no good either, and rebound to Colin Ruffin, and that could have been a hold.
Yep. If Ruffin started running and couldn't go anywhere, the ball was taken from him, that was a foul.
Yes. Ruffin across the timeline, picks up his dribble.
Where he did not want to.
How many points does he have, 12?
Yeah.
So he's on pace, just needed 12.3 in these 3 games to get to 1,000. Nelson holds it, dribbling now, spinning through the lane, and the finish on the right side. He'll let you know about it.
And Jared Nelson with 15 tonight. Him and Kale both having 15, and big parts of this one.
Salinas free throw line jumper in the answer, and they'll pick up in a full court press here, handing the ball to Ruffin forcefully. They go to Combs. It's really just some man token pressure so far.
And this will probably be broken with ease.
Yes.
Combs
across the timeline.
And almost
finds
a foul.
Bell.
Could have been a foul, and Osborne's going to let him hear about it.
Yeah, he is. Combs to Turner, looking inside to Nelson.
He's got Bell in the corner. But
Yeah, he'll just get. Oh, he can't
no.
get it to go. He was open. He doesn't usually miss around the rim.
Yeah.
You know, a 78% field goal percentage. Very good. Salinas on the other end. 3-pointer from Bishop. No.
He thought that was going in, and I did too. 19-point game for the Eagles.
Wow. You can feel it in the air here. Ruffin with the ball and the logo.
Are you sure that's not the fact that the event is pointed directly at us?
Is it? Because I am not feeling it. Oh, Nelson threw that one away right to Coach Osborne. And Osborne wants to take his first time out. A few sloppy possessions. It's 57-38. Burns, have you been watching at all?
No, not much.
I didn't think so.
Busy.
So, Trey, what's been going on?
Well, I mean, the Eagles got the offensive start they wanted. I mean, they're outscoring them 4-2, but it's just looked a little sloppy. They've thrown the ball away a couple times. They've given up a couple easy baskets. They've given up some wide open threes. They just haven't been able to hit them. That's really what's keeping Lee Summit from coming back into this game, is their three-point shooting is just not falling right now.
No, well, we saw Bishop. He hit a few, didn't he? Or hit maybe one? No, he was
Watson
hitting
has
inside.
no. Watson doesn't have any. McGrew has 1 3, and Harden has 1 3.
Well, regardless, we're seeing Bishop being left open.
Yeah, and he hasn't hit one yet, so it might be the smart thing to do for the Eagles.
Continues to shoot. You know, I remember the last time Nixa was in the state championship game, one of the announcers saying, you think there's a reason why you're wide open.
Yeah.
And that's the case right here for Bishop.
Well, Keith Piedmeier was wide open, and he can do some damage whenever he's open.
He
just needs his confidence.
Yeah. He was just dogging it in the rest of the season. They go to Bishop. He barely gets a hold of that, but they whistle a travel.
And he hit the shot, too.
Yeah, because
and Turner's laughing at him.
When it rains, it pours. It's a 19-point game, 5:50 to go. Full court press action here.
Yeah, that's more of a full court trap, and they're going to foul him.
So that's going to send Ruffin to the line to shoot.
Might be the smart thing to do.
The 1-and-1.
Might be the smart thing to do at this point.
Yes.
8 fouls on Lee Summit West. Only one more 1-and-1 foul before Nixa will be shooting 2 for the rest of the game. And there's 5:46 to go.
Yes. So a weird look in the lane here. Yeah. Nixa has 1 with Bell and Lee Summit 2.
And Bell would have gotten that rebound had it not fallen.
Ruffin gets it to go.
58-38.
Oh my, now we've got Landon Gray telling. So basically, they were having a huddle, 2 of the Lee Summit West players with the coach. Combs and Turner went and stood in it, because why not? Free throws are both good there for Ruffin. He's up to 14 on the night.
And it's a 21-point game.
And Bell's going to pick up full court on Chaz Watson, who
we've seen that all
points?
night, really. He only has
5.
He only has 5,
Yeah,
and a lot of that is Jackson Bell, as he held Braden Shorter to 3.
Yes.
And that is not an easy task.
Combs
just
took
takes
it away.
it.
Yeah. Here we go. Eagles running on the fast break,
can't
and he
find
loses
him.
it.
Ruffin stopped there, didn't keep his run going, and then all of a sudden.
So I think what Combs' thought process was he was going to throw it into the corner to Ruffin, and then Ruffin was going to throw it right back to him because I saw Combs attacking the rim.
Yeah.
But didn't happen.
Well, he's going to check out. Keith Piedmont coming in. 59-38, 5:30 to go. Nixa starting to feel it.
Yeah, they are. 21-point game. It's Josh Salinas driving, kicking, a three-pointer for gold, misses
And there's a
everything,
foul.
and the rebound to Ruffin, and that's his 5th foul for Logan Bishop.
And not sure what you can argue about that because there was no ball, and he just grabbed his arm.
He'll check out for the final time this season, just a sophomore, though. So hey, let me
he's
tell
got
you
a couple
something.
more years.
Look, Lee Summit West didn't have the best start to the season. They win their district, they get here, whatever, it's a 20-point game. They've got a bunch of sophomores that are going to be really impressive to watch next year.
Colin Ruffin.
That's what you like to see by Leeseman West. Coach is really talking to him.
Yes.
Fouled out there. It's a tough spot.
I did not get to talk to him this week. I had a scheduled time, but Burns had me running all over Nixa, setting up for a coach's show.
That turned out pretty good. Go tune into that on YouTube. The inaugural
free throw
baseball
good.
Coach's
The pace.
Show. Yes.
The pace.
Yes, we need some more lighting, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
First
backdrop.
stream was pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. Ruffins, another free throw is good. Let's not use all these tonight, guys.
The good thing is, Nixa will be used to playing in JQHs. This will be their 7th game in that gym this season.
Yes, the most by
7th
anyone
and
in that
8th.
tournament. Actually, the only team to play.
I think it's the most by anyone this season.
Corner 3, no. And
Even Missouri State,
rebound by
probably.
Nelson. Yeah, it might be. We might have more wins in JQH Arena.
Oh, great move by Ruffin.
What a move by Colin Ruffin. Euro step through the lane. No. And that rebound's going out of bounds to Nixa. Man, if he would have made that, that would have been over. I mean, not that
it would have been.
Not that I don't know. I mean,
Probably, yeah.
But still, that would have been the dagger right there.
Turner
We'll
checks
Turner.
into the game, coming in for
Bell.
yeah.
What a performance by Bell. I think Bell was snubbed
once
of
again.
all-district team.
Yeah. Once again, only 3 points, but Colin Ruffin doesn't get a 3 here.
A 3, Colin Ruffin, no. And
Bell only
rebound
3
to West.
points, but yet again, it's his
Yes.
defensive ability that has just won this game for the Eagles. And
no
there's going to be a
whistle,
foul on Pete Meyer.
That'll send West to the line for the 1-and-1. Yes, Colin. We haven't mentioned that. Colin Ruffin, Class 6, District 5 Player of the Year.
Jay Osborne, Coach of the Year.
Yes, in his final season. And then also Jarrett Nelson, Cale Combs on that team. I think Cale was actually the 3rd overall player, Zayd Lowry 2. So Cale Combs almost winning Player of the Year in one of the toughest districts in Missouri as a junior.
That's crazy.
Yes, first free throw good there from Jay Gold, a senior guard.
61-39, 4:38 to go.
Second one rims in as well. Man,
Both
these
of
rims
them
are,
looked exactly the same.
These rims are forgiving here in Bolivar. Must be nice for Drew McMillan to play here because kid can already shoot. Give him a little help like this.
Well, what was it, like 14 for 16 or something against Camden from 3 last year?
They go inside. Nelson bullying his way, loses it, and it'll stay with Nixa. I always love come playoff time. The referees are very emphatic when it comes to their out-of-bounds calls.
Keith Piedmont going to check out. Bell back in. And this is a scary lineup.
Yes, Ruffin
Offensively
inbounds
and
it.
defensively.
Combs the shot, no. And rebound by the Titans.
They're going to run fast.
Chaz Watson wins the jump ball, and they'll whistle a foul on Bell, his 3rd of the day.
And this 4th quarter is just dragging on.
Yeah, it is.
21-point game, 4:11 to go. Neither team is giving up.
4:11 to play. Nixa out in front here, and a free throw good from Watson. It's a tie game.
Not here.
Not here.
Not at all.
Sorry, I stopped at the wrong
It's
time.
a 20-point game here.
At
in case anyone was
Cable
wondering.
Dahmer in Kansas City. It's 35-all. The end of the 3rd quarter.
Wow,
Blue
Blue Springs turned it on in
Yes,
the 3rd.
with a 3. Again, not to be confused with the team Nixa lost to last time they were here, Blue Springs South. Two completely different schools. Trey. Ruffin with it in front of the bench. 19-point game, loses it, and it'll go to Nixa.
That very easily could have been a foul.
I mean, Coach Osborne cannot be happy about his team's offensive showing here towards the end of the game.
Yeah, they're not closing out this game as well as they should.
No, they should. Yes, there's a foul there. Oh,
there's a technical.
No. We don't need anything from
no.
Nixa. Are they assessing one to Turner?
Looks like it.
Kale hit a 3 and the student section went nuts.
Because why not? If they really gave one to Turner, that is terrible. They're going to direct everyone.
And Osborne's yelling at him.
It could be an ejection not for Turner, but for the Lee
It could be
Summit
for
West
Turner,
player.
too, with the retaliation.
Oh, wow. We'll see subs for both teams. They're going to talk it over. What do we get?
Pete Meyer checking into the game.
Yes. Wow. All over him. I'm very surprised they gave a technical foul to Turner there.
I'm not.
I mean, I think it was, but just, I don't.
It's not needed, definitely technical.
No. Okay, but here's my thing. I don't understand how you give a technical foul to Salinas that's just one technical when he goes up there and shoves them the way he does, and then just going over and kind of touching them is the same penalty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's the retaliation.
Yes. And it's always going to be the retaliator that gets in trouble.
Yep.
Just
That's his
don't
fifth
need.
personal foul, is that right?
On
I'm
who?
telling?
Well, they told the personal foul, and they told a technical. So is that another foul?
That would be 2 fouls.
Okay, so that's his 5th. Yeah. No need for a suspension if you're the Eagles.
They chant Gordy's name. It was no need for Jordan to retaliate, but it's understandable why that's the first reaction.
Collins going to the line for 2.
So what are we doing getting in the lane? I mean,
Since it was a technical on both.
It's 1-on-1, yeah, they cancel out.
Yeah. No, it's a double bonus now.
so here's my thought process. At what time do you go to the end of the bench and check everyone in?
Yeah, because that's really what they need right now.
Yes. And I know it's a 19-point game with 4 minutes left, but do you even risk it? I mean, I think that you'd be fine at this point.
I mean, this team is a lot of depth. Those 4 players on the bench that haven't checked in, they can score the basketball with the best of them. First free throw's good.
I think you hit the free throw here, get a defensive stop, and then you're probably in the clear, can do
Problem
that.
is you don't play again until
Next
Friday,
Thursday.
Thursday.
But you also want to be full strength.
Yep.
Yeah,
next
you don't want to
Thursday.
have any suspensions.
Yeah, after the 8-day break, why not follow that up with a
Another
6-day break? Or no, 5-day break? I mean, my goodness. Not a lot of basketball being played here in March. It's supposed to be March Madness.
Well, we've seen some madness tonight.
Yeah, we have. Chaz Watson, pull up 3 in the face of Ruffin, no. And rebound by Pete Meyer. It'll go to Combs, a 20-point lead here for the Nixa Eagles. Ruffin, crossover move. Holds the basketball.
And
Finally,
we're
a
gonna get
foul
a foul
whistled. And it will send Ruffin to the line for another 2 because why not? We've only shot a million.
And McGrew is fouled out of this game. Colton Berry's going to come in.
Seems like we've been sitting here around the 4-minute mark for a long time.
I know it very, very quickly lost about 2:15 in this fourth quarter. All of a sudden, it's taken about 30 minutes to get through a minute.
Yes.
Colin Ruffin to the line for 2 again. Only missed 1 tonight. I guess that week of free throw shooting was very, very big for the Eagles so far.
Oh, and he misses the first. Nah, he got
He
it.
made the first
He
one.
made it.
62 to 40, 63, 43.
Yep, you could,
42, goodness.
play
Oh, man.
in the air tonight by Phil Collins because the Eagles fans can feel it in the air. They're about to advance to the Final Four. Shots good, and it's a 22-point lead.
For the first time since 2012, and it gives Osborne a 4-2 record here in the quarterfinals for the Nixa Eagles.
Yes, I mean-
and that ball's stolen, and
Ruffin
He's
into the
gonna
front
slow it
court.
down a little bit.
Euro
Wow.
step. What a move from Ruffin.
and Colin Ruffin has turned it on to close this game out.
How many points is that for him?
21, maybe. Corner. Oh, he's
Yeah,
all
21.
alone. Sets and shoots for 3. No. And rebound by Engelman.
21 points out of Ruffin here in the fourth quarter, or in the game. 9 of them coming in the fourth.
Long pass, Cale Combs. Combs to the basket, and he can't finish.
Rebound to
tipped
Ruffin,
around.
because why not?
Ruffin,
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, it's silky smooth. 23 for Colin Ruffin, and Combs gets a steal.
And this game is very quickly slipping away from Lee Summit West. He's
Ruffin,
going to pull
why
for
not?
3.
Oh!
He wanted it.
Would have brought the house down, and now he's whistled for a foul.
His 4th.
The only person that's frustrated right now is Coach Osborne. Everyone else is loving it.
Well, Peters looks like he's about to check into the game, and that's smart. This game is quickly getting out of hand. 26-point game, 2.5 to go, 68-42.
Yes,
and here come the start the buses chant.
You know, this is kind of how all the football matchups happen between these two schools. This is a good game, and then all of a sudden just
oh my goodness, he missed it right.
Wow.
This student section goes nuts. Man.
So 23 for Ruffin now tonight?
Yep.
Wow, what a game. And now he just needs 14 in 2 games, 2 guaranteed games. Give that man his 1,000th point. Free throw, no good, and that rebound fought for and won by Lee Summit West. The shot up, and they whistled a foul. If Engelman thought he drew another charge.
And that would have been the most Nixa way to end this game.
That's what I was going to say. Couldn't be a Nixa basketball game without a Noah Engelman charge. But we haven't seen it yet.
Oh, and it's an and one.
Yes, it is.
Because why not? We've had everything else in this game. Just a very questionable block charge.
They want Logan.
Oh, he missed the free throw.
Oh, they have the roster of the other team. That's what it is. Ruffin across the timeline, dribbles it off his foot, and now gives it off to Pietmeyer. It's a 24-point basketball game, 2 minutes to play.
Now Pietmeyer putting the moves on.
Yeah, he is. Kicks it off to Ruffin. And Ruffin going to drive to the basket. Throw it up there. Oh, he almost threw it down. Now Barry outside Ruffin. Why not for 26? No. Rebound by Barry. He loses the basketball, and it's out of bounds. My goodness.
For anyone that's listening, Colin Ruffin almost threw a lob to Kale, and he almost windmilled it. And that would have been nuts. Wow. We've been waiting on the Combs windmill, as Josh Peters is finally going to check
Ruffin's
in, and so is Corey Kemp. Now Kale is, and now Corey's probably going to come in for Colin, yep. And they're going to get quite the ovation.
They'll check out. It's 68-44. No starters on the court. You can feel it. Nixa's heading to the Final Four. 1:35 left in this one, though, before we can make it official. A 3 on the way, no.
Great
and
save.
That one's saved.
Problem, and Josh Peters gets it.
Yeah, just no one there.
Yeah.
For Lee Summit West, and now it's Corey Kemp with the ball. Goes to Engelman. People started to file out. Kemp the 3, no. And rebound to the Titans. Staley on top, 48-40, 1:43 to play.
And they just throw it away, and it's saved to Pietmeyer.
Again, the winner here tonight will move on to play the winner of that game. And make sure to tell you there's 1 minute remaining here. 45-39 now. Three-pointer, no. Oh,
just like football. And there's a back tip, and it'll go to the Titans. And Garrett Hines going to check in for the first time in a long time. There was something up with him. I don't know what it was. But
Lee Summit West has got to look at their schedule and see a bracket and see Nixa and just be scared out of their mind.
Yeah.
Because it's so many times now, you know. Their season has been ended. 40 seconds to play. It's
Josh
Gavin
Peters
Woods
almost got a steal, but they're going to
with a foul because there's been
enough of them.
I think 25 fouls here in the second half.
Yeah, something like that. And we're 4 points. Oh, no, that's 6 points short of a running clock.
In the state quarterfinals game.
And he misses the first one.
For Nixa, that's not really the first time this has happened. You know, the last games lost to Blue Spring South, and then obviously the overtime win against Rockbridge in 2012. The last time they went to the quarterfinals, but beat Rogersville in 2001 by 21 and then beat Central by 30 in 1989, the year they won the state championship. So
both free throws no good, and Josh Peters gets the rebound. Nixa might run out the clock. 30 seconds to go. 68-44.
Wow.
What time's our game time?
2:45.
2:45?
2:45 Thursday at JQH
It's
Arena.
6.
Oh, 6 o'clock. Wow, thank
and
you,
then
Trey.
4 o'clock.
And then 4 o'clock the next day.
4 or noon.
4 o'clock.
And there's a steal here, and it'll go out of bounds in favor of the Eagles.
And just so all of our fans know, this will be the last time we get to bring you a video broadcast of the game. Everything for the Final Four is done
by Misha TV.
By Misha TV. We will still have an audio only on YouTube, and our suggestion is to, I'll let you call this one to end it first.
Well, here we go. Nixa to the Final Four in 2022. How fitting is that, Jay Osborne's last year, Trey?
And they're going to the Final Four. It's a very good shot to win it all.
Very
2 more
good
games
shot.
for the Eagles guaranteed.
5 teams remain right now. Nixa advancing to the Final Four. First time since 2012. Their opponent to be determined. It's between Staley and Blue Springs. That one coming down to the wire. And Burns, you can go ahead.
I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, so this will be the last time we get to bring you a video production, but we will be streaming live on YouTube, audio only. So our suggestion is pull up that Misha TV video, turn on YouTube, and listen to us, time it up just right.
My goodness, Dr. Kelly's got a huge smile on his face. He sat there like he was going to block him off and then let him go. Finally. There's a party in Nixa tonight. But yes, YouTube, our suggestion is...
Make sure you're listening to us while you're watching the Misha broadcast.
No. Our suggestion is bring some AirPods to JQH Arena.
That'll work. Yeah, that'll work too.
And you can listen. We'll give you a live listen-in on this, and we'll be back to close it out. Well, Trey, I thought it was baseball season because our next broadcast is Jamboree tomorrow at US Ballpark. So be sure to tune into that one. I'm excited.
And those times are 1 and 4 o'clock, I believe.
4 o'clock, yes.
1 o'clock you play
Rogersville.
And then 4 o'clock you play
Ozark.
There you go.
So 2 4-inning games come out to that. But it's not baseball season quite yet for everyone. We've still got Jared Nelson and Keith Pietmeyer playing some basketball. Excited for them. Still don't know the opponent between Staley and Blue Springs. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
Be sure to check Nick's Athletics for Final Four information. Yes. They'll have all the ticket information.
And be sure to go to Misha or Nick's Athletics and buy some tickets to go to the game next week.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's all from me. Nixa heading back to the Final Four for the first time since 2012. For Jordan Burns, Trey Hartwell, I'm Ryan Retone signing off here from Southwest Baptist University, and we hope to see you at JQH Arena 6 o'clock on Thursday.